the shit show, we were here. We just recorded a bunch.
Cool.
Hope that's okay.
No, perfect.
Yeah,
that's the important shit.
It's a shit show. How you doing, Cheese?
Plenty of shit. I'm exhausted, but elated at the same time.
I've been looking for you at all the festivals. I always text you.
I know. I appreciate that.
You know, that first night we really hung out at Concord Pavilion, or whatever it's called now, Sleep Train.
Good time.
That was a good time. Hit the little titty bars after.
Yeah, that was good.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Were you guys at was it a Sublime show or was it a?
It was a festival. It was some radio festival, I think.
Yeah, it was a radio thing.
It was Sublime it was Dirty Heads and Blink 182 and a couple other bands.
That was a good time. We went out to Frisco afterwards.
Yeah.
Hit up, get a little titty bar.
Yeah.
Slow down. We got there early, so we're kind of waiting for it to open.
Yeah.
Still too.
And I'm old, so I ended up splitting and going to bed.
Was it a titty bar with a buffet or open bar?
We could take them to that one next. So that's the Gold Club, but they only get topless, which I'm a shitbag. I like everything.
What's the point of going to a strip club if you can't see pussy though?
Yeah, I guess, you know, well, in Indiana, like there's this place called the Hip Hugger in Indiana where I used to always hang out, and people go, like my girlfriend go, why do you always go to the Hip Hugger? I said, well, and it's topless. Only topless, but everything's kind of gray, you know. You can lap dances are $10 back in the dark corner, and you can do like anything goes.
That's the cheapest lap dance I've ever heard in my life.
Well, that's just to get you in the dance. Everything else is negotiable.
Okay,
but it's a good
negotiations.
Thing. Yeah, exactly. So you get to sharpen your skills and fucking get some weird shit happening. So, she said, "Why do you always go there?" It's like, I can go to a regular bar and hang out with, you know, fat old dudes and watch them drink, or I can go
hang out a gay bar
with fat old dudes and watch chicks swing from poles without the tops on.
Right.
So that's cool. Now in Miami, you know, it's full liquor, full nude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For Frisco's thing, if you have liquor, you can't have.
Correct. Right. So
that's most places, though, right?
So yeah. But I'd rather have liquor and topless than full nude and no topless.
Well, I thought you didn't drink.
I don't, but I have a couple of cocktails now and then.
Well, okay, cool.
And
I'm a red wine drinker.
Hey, red wine's fine. In fact, if you run out, I got a bunch more.
You're looking out, Cheese.
I got some good shit in there.
I bet you do.
I managed Travis Tritt. He knows his wine.
Really? He's a wine drinker, too?
He's a wine drinker. Wine, bourbon, cigars.
Well, Jimmy's drinking a $3 bottle of wine from Trader Joe's, which we just discovered last month, and it's actually really fucking good.
Trader Joe's bang for the buck wine is the best on the planet.
This Charles Schwab came down here last month to record.
It's Shaw. He calls it Schwa. He doesn't.
I want to say Charles Schwab. You know, that's what I think of. And I came down here, he goes, "This wine's really good." He starts laughing. I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "It's like $3 a bottle." I'm like, "You're fucking kidding me." To turn my life around.
You like what you like.
It turned my life around. Now I buy it all the fucking time. A case is like $30. Dude, for my fucking naked hot tub parties, it's perfect because we go through a lot of wine.
Cheese, have you been in one of his naked hot tub parties yet? I haven't.
No, but it sounds like I need to be there.
You're always invited, Cheese.
I appreciate that.
It's always 2 to 3 women per guy, so it's perfect. I got a 10-pack.
Would you get naked in a jacuzzi with Jimmy?
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
Girls, yeah.
Well, you know, there's a pool here, so maybe after we can do a little shoot. Well, guys can get naked.
Well, we don't have any girls.
Yeah, that's true. So we need girls. So the key is, Drake's gay, and like, he doesn't think like we do. Oh. So he's cool. Like, hey, that's all. Just go. Now, see, Drake, you have to have like 2 to 1 ratio, or it becomes gay.
It becomes gay. There has to be a 2 to 1.
So the 3 of us sitting at this table, is this like
6
super
chicks.
Queer right now?
No, we got our clothes on.
Yeah, we have clothes, but if we have it on a hot tub, we'd have to have 6 chicks in here with us. It's a simple equation. I mean, math.
Even if 2 of us took off our shirts, we'd have to have 6 chicks.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we should still have 6 chicks with us here right now.
There you go.
Sitting in chairs.
Well, I mean, we're in Costa Mesa. I'm where I'm from. I can find a lot of women. I can
so this is Costa Mesa?
Oh, Newport Beach, Costa Mesa.
Right next door to each other.
We can find all of it.
It goes Laguna, Newport, Costa Mesa, Huntington.
Look, I'm lost down here. I'm totally lost down here.
So Laguna is a little south. So if you drop your wallet down there, you got to kick it to Newport to pick it up.
That's like his area, Silver Lake, where he lives. It's all gay.
Yeah. You know what, though? I was just talking with my girlfriend and stuff on the way back from, we were looking at one of the cars I'm building. And I love living by gay people because they're clean, they're quiet, they take care of their shit.
Yep.
They have hella hot friends, girlfriends.
There you go.
And they're no competition.
None.
I tell everybody, like, you do a show with a gay guy, I'm like, dude, there's no competition. He has hella bitches around him.
Yep, there you go.
Fuck, I'm a smart one.
And if you go by jailhouse rules, only the one sucking's a queer.
That is true. Or pass the knuckle.
There you go.
Or pass the knuckle. That's gay too.
See, so we've established a lot of the ground rules.
The ground rules are
So
there.
for you guys listening out there that don't understand the ground rules, we've fucking laid them out.
They're there.
These are unwritten. They're not actually technically written down, but they are unwritten rules.
Well, it's
Yeah.
time for us to write them down. We'll put that shit on.
There you go.
On some
One
shirts
day
and sell it.
we'll do a book.
So you're building a car.
Yes.
What are you building? I'm in old cars too.
Well, I look like, I'd be into hot rods and shit like that, which I'm not. I'm a Porsche guy.
Really?
I have a lot of Porsches, and I'm building a 1973 RSR street legal race car now. It's pretty.
I'm just
fucking
slowly
insane.
getting into. I just started following a Porsche page, and one of my friends is really into the Targas.
Yeah. Oh, Porsches are. Before you leave, I'll show you a couple
I love
cool ones.
Yeah.
I've got an SC Targa, 1978, the first year they made SCs. They only made them from 78 through 83. And I've got a one-off color. It's pretty much a one-off car, all
Big
original,
wing?
untouched. No, I got one of those too.
Yeah, I like that wing.
Those. Well, the wings are cool. Those are the turbos.
Okay.
The bad thing is when I drive around in the turbo and they see. First off, they see the Porsche go small dick, but then when they see the wing, they know exactly how small it is.
Well, they're right.
So yeah, I know,
mean,
but
that's how I am.
I tell you, I'm hung like a hamster, but I got the balls of an ox. And as long as it squirts, I'm cool.
Taking notes on this, Drake?
Well,
There you go.
I'm really fascinated because
Of course you
everyone. No, seriously, like ever since I met Jimmy, he's always talking and bragging about his small dick.
It's true. Yeah, I get a full blowjob every time.
There you go.
Every chick lets you put it in their ass.
But I literally don't. I've never met anybody, and now I've met a second person who is bragging about his small dick, hamster dick.
Just being honest.
Hey.
But that's fucking awesome.
As long as it squirts, that's all that matters.
That's right. Seriously. I get off every time.
Exactly.
And I get my balls waxed, it makes my dick look like an inch bigger.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Do you get your balls waxed?
No, I shave them sometimes. I'm a lazy motherfucker. I'm almost 60 years old, so I just
Are you?
Yeah.
I just turned 45.
Yeah. See, I'm an old man, so
I go get waxed.
It's easy though when I shave them. I just pull them up in my hand like this. It's the truth.
Like a notepad.
Yeah.
Have you ever had someone else shave your balls or your ass or any of that before? He
No.
gets his ass waxed.
I would
do it
I would get
myself.
it waxed, but I don't trust anybody that close to my sack with
Yeah.
a razor.
No,
Absolutely.
but yeah, I do wax. They just rip the shit right off.
Yeah,
It's great.
most important thing in my life, I'm not having anybody there with the fucking razor.
And to this day, you still have your junk and balls,
Intact.
right?
Yeah.
It's just smart decisions you're
So
making.
yeah, it is. It's all about life. Here's the thing. Is I'm
Life hack.
gonna break down the key to life here. Life is your life is a sum of your decisions. That's it. Simply.
True.
So don't let fucking crazy chicks near your nuts with a razor. That's common sense.
Unless you're into that.
What about a dude? Would you let a dude do it? Like your friend?
No,
No.
that's gay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, if he wants to blow me, it's jailhouse rules. If he wants to shave my sack, that's kind of weird.
And I'm always
Yeah.
big spoon.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. You gotta get
great.
your priorities right.
That's fucking funny.
So back to the Porsches.
Yes. Yeah, I like this. So it's a 73 RSR. They made them 1 year. They only made a few of them. To me, they're pieces of art. And they're iconic, and they really haven't changed much shape-wise over the years.
yeah.
And since I was a kid, I was into them. And then also, from a maintenance level, I like things that you can actually drive and shit.
Not have to repair all the time.
No, fuck no. Porsche, every 30,000 miles, you have to do a maintenance.
Valve adjustment, stuff like that.
Crazy shit. Yeah, like cabin filters, all kinds of weird things. But it's like between $1,200 and $1,800. Where if a Ferrari,
Yeah.
something like that, has to be maintained every year or 1,200 miles.
Really? That fast?
It's
Huh?
a-
Even with the new ones?
New ones are getting a little bit better. The last 5 years,
I think what, 5 to 8 grand? Maintenance.
5 to 8 grand.
I looked into it a while back.
and it's a full motor out that you change all the belts every
Wow.
1,200 miles or about a year and a half. That's why if you look at old Ferraris, that were originally 300 grand brand new. They have low miles, under 20,000 miles, and they're a quarter of the price that they were.
Yeah, I'm really into those Porsches that they said was the cheapest Porsche ever made. That Speedster thing, I love those.
Yeah.
What David Duchovny had in the Californication TV series.
What was that car?
Show. Oh, the little convertible, little Beetle-looking thing.
Was it a Boxster he had?
No. It was just a regular Porsche Cabriolet.
It was always beat up.
But they're real smooth looking.
Yeah.
There's really nothing to them. And they said they were one of the cheapest ones ever made, and now they're they're like $100,000 minimum for a real one. That's how the rep goes up.
Yeah. They're you want a really nice one. 4-cam motors, 4 1/4.
Wow, 4 1/4.
4 1/4.
Fuck. That's an appreciation right there.
It's crazy. Like a 73 RS is $750 now. 73 RSR with race history is $15 million.
Wow.
Crazy
crap.
Crazy shit.
Yeah, I'm into old Chevys. I just picked up a 48 Fleet Line. I got 53 Chevy. I like the old.
I like Chevys and stuff, and I like old cars, but they take up a lot of room and they don't go up in value too much.
They don't. They don't go in that much at all. Maybe $500 a year, $1,000 a year.
Yeah.
54 is worth 10 to 15 grand for a decent one.
Yeah, get a good deal on a Porsche. You know how to buy them. They'll double in 3 years.
In 3 years?
Double.
Pre what? 74? Because of smog?
No. That actually doesn't matter.
Really?
No. Anything. You just got to know what to buy.
Right.
Like even now, limited edition cars like the GT3 RS, GT2 RS, stuff like that they made limited runs of, keep low miles, and the cars are already going for $100,000 over sticker. Wow. So you just get into a list or a buying program, then you get them for cost, and so you can do them that way.
My first father-in-law was into the little flat 914 6s.
Yep. Those are.
He had a fleet of them.
Those peaked about 3 years ago at about 170.
You're fucking kidding me. He had a fleet of them back in the day.
And now they've settled down to about $1.25.
Still. Wow. He was picking right back. This 18 years ago. He was buying them for 10 grand.
Yeah. Just a 914 now is a clean one's in the 20 grand range.
Shit.
Where you could buy them for $4 or $5 grand 10 years ago.
Yeah. Wow.
And the sixes, I paid what I thought was crazy money about 10 years ago for one. I paid 30 grand. Kept it, and it was all original, and it wasn't restored or anything, and I flipped it for I think 80.
Right. Yeah, I never really got into him, but he was fucking just all heart about him.
They're probably the best design Porsche ever made. They were mid-engine.
Motor-wise?
Just everything. It had the same motor as a 911. What happened was, if this is boring, you can just edit it out. But
I like it. I got Porsche friends. Porsche friends too.
What happened was in the early days with the 356, the first model that came out, the bathtub looking thing, the one you were talking about, the real cheap one. Those came out and they did well from the early 50s through 64, 65. Then they transitioned to the 911s, and they put the 911s had a 6-cylinder motor in them, and which was different because the original ones had 4-cylinder motors, and they put a 6-cylinder flat 6 in it. Yeah, and it did really well. But they were expensive for the time, so they thought, how can we build a less expensive one? And so they built the same one, but they put the old 356 motors in them, the 4-cylinders, and they called them 912s.
Oh, I didn't know 912.
And they did okay. Now 912s they're like 40, 50 grand
Crazy.
For a clean one. But nobody wanted them back in the day when they were new, because it was basically you're saying, hey, I can't afford a Porsche.
Right.
So I got a 912.
Right.
And 911s were the cool looking ones, and these looked identical, same body, same interior, same wheels, everything, but different motors. And so they did that for a while, and then they realized that nobody were buying 912s. So they had to come out with a new entry-level Porsche. And so they built these 914s, and they had Volkswagen, which owns Porsche, collaborated with them on these cars. And they built them inexpensively. They put the 4-cylinder motors in them, but an upgraded, better 4-cylinder motor. We're not at the 6s yet. So they did all this shit, and then they're mid-engine, cool cars, the top popped up, target top on them. And then they said, hey, we can put a 6-cylinder motor in these things, like a regular 911, and we'll sell them for a premium. And they did, and people bought them. And they were more money. They were almost double. Like 914 at the time was probably about $4,500, and these were like $7,000.
$7,000.
But what happened was, this is where Porsche fucked themselves, and this is why they quit making them. They only made them 2 years.
Really? 946 only made for 2 years?
The 6 they only made for 2 years. The 914 they made for 6 years. But when they got out on the track, they were lighter than a 911. Mm-hmm. They had the same motor as a 911, except they were mid-engine.
And aerodynamic as hell.
Yeah, so they were lower, better center of weight, better center of gravity, and the same motor as a 911. So on the track, they fucking smoked 911s, and they fucked their sales up.
Which 911 looks way cooler.
911 looks cooler, but when you're selling performance, which Porsche was at the time, they fucked themselves. So no more
911s.
No more 914 6s. Huh. 911s are the shit.
I like 911s. I think they're classically clean and just elegant. They're just a beautiful car.
Beautiful.
So you're building a Porsche right now?
911. I'll show you pictures of it later. 911 R, or excuse me, RSR. And it's basically 1 year only, or no, they made them 2 years. They made 73, they made 12, and I don't know how many they made in 74. In 74, they had the impact bumpers. Those are different, slightly different body style.
Accordion bumpers.
Yeah. So mine's the original long hood version, but they had the turbo fender flares on them. So what's cool about the 73 is it's the only year that they ever made a long nose car with those big turbo.
Looks so fucking cool.
It had the little stubby ducktail on the back.
It looks so mean.
Yeah. Oh, it's.
I love. What does it entail for you to build it? Are you doing it at your house? You have it at a shop?
No, fuck no.
You're just having someone else
when
do
you
it?
do these things at that level, you go to builders that coordinate the build for you, and you go to the best motor guy. Like Alan Ferragala's built the motor and the transmission. Dave Cardona, he's painted more concourse winners, Pebble Beach cars than any person on earth.
Wow.
He's painting it.
I see. I thought you were building it.
No, I coordinate it. No, fuck. Look at me. I got hands like.
My dad, when I was growing up, he had 2 MGs just sitting in the garage, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get these all like fixed up." He's like, "I'm gonna work on it," and like those things never fucking ran until I think he sold them or something.
Yeah. I was not an MG fan. In British sports cars in general, were not. Jaguars look cool, some of them, but they were so hard to fucking maintain.
I had a 55 that was just.
Yeah.
I had to put a Chevy motor in it.
Those are cool.
Yeah, Mark 7, I had a badass.
Jaguars with Chevy motors are cool.
Yeah.
I had a friend who had a.
Actually, I take that back. I put a Buick 401 Wildcat motor in it.
Oh, really?
Because I had one.
No way.
It moved.
Fuck yeah.
Black wall just spin out. Wow.
What's the fastest car you have right now, Jimmy? Is it your hybrid that you have? He's got.
I got a hybrid with a Trump sticker that makes it cool.
He's got a fucking Honda hybrid, which I'm about those cars, but you look at Jimmy and you're like, what? This is the car.
I get notes on all the time, so Trump sticker.
Trump sticker.
You're an idiot. You're retarded. Blah, blah, blah. I can be able to say it to my face while you wait until I leave to put a note on my car.
Exactly. Put a Hell's Angel sticker on theirs.
I know. I can't do that.
How did you guys meet?
From my friend Butch.
Yeah, from our friend Butch. Mixed up. I think we actually we met at that one concert or night we went to the strip club.
Yeah, and then we just
stayed in contact, and whenever at festivals I hit him up or he hits me up when he's in the area. And we miss each other a lot.
Yeah.
Our schedules, but we always try to hang out.
Yeah.
I always tell him I'm on a fly down here, and ask them where all the good places to go.
Yeah. That's it. Just we love a lot of the same stuff. Motorcycle enthusiasts.
Yeah.
We're music enthusiasts. We like food, like dirty shit. So.
And I'm a scumbag.
Yeah.
You know, so
I pride myself on being one as well. So
maybe ish.
Yeah. You know, it's hard to be a scumbag today. Everything's so politically correct,
and there's not accepted like it's.
No, it's wrong.
Well,
so
we're not politically correct at all. On
way
this
more
show.
accepted back in the Archie Bunker days and you know the good old days.
That it's funny because that's one of my favorite shows.
That's one of my favorite shows. That and Sanford and Son's my two favorite.
And I watch that show, and there's no fucking way that could ever fly today. In fact, I'm shocked that it's even on reruns.
I heard it's on reruns, and it's on like kids channels like Nick at Night and shit.
Yeah, they play
which
that.
is like cool. The kids that stay up late night are getting built right.
No, I worry. It's funny when I grew up in the Midwest. My father was a biker, and my whole family comes from that motorcycle culture. And my father raced bikes and stuff, and he was a tough guy and raised us right. And you know, at the time when I was a kid, I didn't appreciate it.
Right.
And I thought he was an asshole and a hard ass. As an adult, he was hard on me when I was young, so that life was easier on me later. And now I look at these kids, and it's funny. I went to my girlfriend has a son, and sweet kid, sweet, really good human being. And when he was a little kid, I went to one of his soccer games, and it was the end of the season and everything, and they lost, and it was a bummer, and then they gave them all fucking trophies.
I'll believe in that.
And I told her, I said, this is the beginning of the end right here.
Yeah,
Right.
that's honestly where it started with me too. I remember getting a shit ton of trophies all the time, and I was like, why am I getting this? I fucking suck at this game.
Yeah.
Why are you telling me that I'm good at this?
And see, you shouldn't get a trophy when you suck.
No.
No, absolutely not.
You know, you should go back and work harder, and it should bum you out when you don't get a trophy. You should be sad.
I must have to work harder.
And devastated, and you go back and you work harder.
Right.
And that's what makes you a better human being and a better person. But what happens is now, for your generation, and they give them trophies, and they give them praise for all these things, and they raise kids to, one, be a pussy, and two, to be entitled.
Right.
And
It's bullshit.
it's bullshit.
I was raised by my great grandparents, my great grandma, and my regular grandpa, which was her son, and they're all from Oklahoma. I got my ass beat by the waffle iron cord, but at the time I didn't like it. But to this day, not one of my female friends opens the door in front of me. You know, I'm chivalrous. I feel like I'm a man. I make them feel like women.
Yeah.
And I pay for all the meals. Like, it's a very chivalrous thing. But you don't see that now. Dude, when I go out to eat with my female friends, the waitress still comes by and puts a bill in front of the chick all the time. I mean, I do look like a shitbag and a scumbag.
You
So
make her pay, obviously.
I understand. But I'm always like, it's like a joke between my female friends.
See, I like that shit. I went. It was a couple years ago. I wake up and I'm dressed up for you guys today because I.
Yeah, we appreciate that. And you look very fine today.
Yeah,
He's
thank
wearing
you.
a bikini, by the way.
It's actually called a banana hammock.
Yeah, oh, in a
And
clean.
it's not, his dick is not small.
and
for the
a
record. It's
clean
huge.
T-shirt and a clean T-shirt. So I wake up and normally I'll wear the same gym shorts for 2 weeks without washing.
Same here.
What, do you change your boxers?
I don't wear boxers.
So you just do you go to sleep and wake up in the same thing, or do you sleep naked?
I sleep naked.
I sleep
Okay.
naked too.
So the
Yeah.
pants come off at some point.
Yeah. When I shower, when I go to sleep,
Right.
and I go naked until somebody comes over to my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for us.
Yeah, except for you guys. 'Cause that
That's
would
good
be
for that
gay.
banana hammock.
Unless you're bringing over 6 chicks.
It's okay.
we,
we're
heard,
gonna-
we heard you hug people naked all the time. Jake's getting all fucking happy.
You heard that?
We heard that. I'm like, Jake's like excited, and so I'm like, Jake, he's not going to do that for us. Like, yes, he will. You know.
Well, you should have told me. I would have been naked when you showed up. You
Next
give
time,
me a
Cheese,
hug.
for
And
Because then that's not gay. If you
if
take
I'm
off
the
your
only one
clothes-
naked, I'm just weird and creepy.
Yeah.
It's not gay.
That's
And
great.
note it, I am always the first one naked at all parties, everywhere.
That's okay. That's weird and
You've
creepy.
never been naked at my parties. What the fuck?
Weird and creepy is good. Gay is
You
not
live with
so
another
good.
gay guy, and I sleep on his couch, and I'm sure you're going, fuck, this is really bad. I'm like waiting for like when stalkers attack and shit, you know?
Yeah.
So with one eye open.
Yeah, because gays are all about like rape and all that
Yes.
stuff.
Well, that's what we hear, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm nervous.
Yeah, right.
Good.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
dog will go near you.
so we used to, not we, I guess it was me.
You.
When I don't like to wear clothes. You know, a fat
Get it.
dude. You know, you got to fucking shed the clothes.
Let it
Sweat.
out, man.
Exactly. You feel restricted. So I try and be naked as quick and often as possible. And so when people come over, you know, and I'd kind of judge them by how uncomfortable they were by hugging me. I'd say, "Give me a hug."
Right.
And if they didn't, if you're one of two things, it's really one of one thing. If you're okay with your sexuality,
Yeah.
whatever it is, you will hug another naked man. If you're a little bit fucking weird, and those are my friends, you know. But if you're super anti that, you have homophobic issues.
Yeah, and we're probably not gonna be good friends.
Probably not. It's funny, and he'll probably hear this because he's a friend of my friends in the red and white. A security guy that works for us from time to time. If you touch him, he will freak the fuck out. Like, touch him
Anywhere. Just
anywhere, just like, hey, what's up? He's like, he gets all fucking stiff.
Oh.
So he's either gay or somebody raped him as a kid.
Right.
End of story. And if he's gay, which and I make fun of like gay people and
That's all I do with Drake.
and black
I make
people.
fun
They're
of
called.
them
Are you
they're
really-
called-
are
they're
you
called
really gay?
They're called faggots. Yes, I am.
awesome, even better. So I own
Drake said it, so it's okay.
I own 2 hair salons, so I employ
Fab-
gay people.
Yeah.
You know, I love to be offensive to everybody. You know,
Thank you.
I'm a half a Jew. I love Jew jokes.
Right.
I love black
Yeah, laugh
jokes.
a little
I
bit.
love Mexican jokes. You know, my favorite Mexican joke got totally fucked up by my daughter. My daughter is Taylor, and she's married to Rome.
Oh, okay.
Rome from
Sublime. Yeah, Sublime. And prior to this situation, and I love Rome, and as much as I love racist jokes, and I
Right.
do
Who
love
doesn't love
racist
racist
jokes.
jokes? We're Archie Bunker fans.
Right, but they're jokes.
Yeah, it's a
Now,
joke.
now, and I was just trying to explain to my girlfriend today that if you don't hire a person based on their race, that's a fucking racist.
That is.
That's bullshit. They're human beings. We're all equal.
Exactly.
You know, we're different but
Happy
equal.
Pride.
So, if I say something crazy about your differences, that's funny.
Because it's funny
I
because
feel
it's
you.
true.
Yeah,
I-
yeah.
funny
If
'cause
somebody
it's
goes,
true.
if somebody goes, "Oh, you fat fuck," whatever, I'll go, "Okay, ha ha ha."
Right.
Now, if they're going, "You fat fuck," then it's like, "Oh, now you're trying
Now you
to."
got a problem with
Yeah.
my diet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got a problem with me, and now you're getting personal, so we got to fuck each other up. But if it's just in joke, that's fine. But if
Oh,
you're not
yeah.
hiring somebody, so anyway, you know, I have nothing against gay people, but
Except for your penis. Hey, that was good.
I like to
That was
hold
good.
against you.
That was good.
Yeah, that is good.
But are you gonna tell us what the joke is?
Oh, the Mexican joke?
Yeah.
Yeah, he fucking ruined it. No, you didn't ruin it. My fucking son.
Okay.
My
Oh,
son.
shit.
You ruined
no,
the gay joke straight.
no, my son-in-law ruined it. The joke used to be, when does a Mexican become a Spaniard? When he marries your daughter.
Oh shit.
Is your brother married a Mexican? No, he's a Spaniard.
He's a Spaniard.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. Well, it's not funny
That's funny.
anymore because it's
'Cause it's-
fucking.
it's
It's true.
true.
But he ruined, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
You know, I got a quiz for you.
Okay.
What's the difference between Michael Jackson and Neil Armstrong?
What?
One walked on the moon, the other raped little boys.
Because it's true.
Holy shit.
Actually, Drake turned me on to a movie up when we were in the Bay Area about Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it was
And all
the one-
All the little kids came forward.
It was called
Oh,
He Touched Me? Or no,
Yeah,
that's
something
not
like
what it's
that.
called.
Surviving Neverland?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
That's
that
I
was
couldn't even watch
that
it.
was-
That shit bothered me.
that was tricky because it was 2 episodes. The first night, the kids are all looking like, yeah, you know, it's Michael, and they were kind of making
Yeah.
excuses and making light of it, and it was kind of like, oh, okay, he did some shit, but the kid's
It's
okay,
Michael.
he's okay. But the second night, the episode, the kids were devastated.
Yeah.
And it showed how fucked up that everything was, and then I felt horrible for them,
Yeah.
and
Merry-go-round ain't so cool anymore.
not so cool.
But
yeah.
the thing is that I was reading about it. Michael Jackson's sales haven't even like dipped at all.
Worldwide.
It probably went up.
Supposed to see the other side of the world.
Oh, dude, look at R. Kelly right now. His shit, when they came out with that stuff, his sales peaked.
He needs to get one of those little scanners like at the bar that check IDs, you know? His bouncers need one of those.
Well, they still wouldn't help because they would look for the ones that were under 16.
I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, guys.
No, there's no benefit of the doubt. He was married to Aaliyah when she was 14.
I've been to a lot of massage parlors. I've never actually asked for an ID. Just throwing it out there.
Speaking of massage parlors, Jimmy's looking for one, and maybe you don't want to.
He has one right next door to his house, and it says like Asian massage, and I might go by there tonight.
He loves whorehouses. He loves strip clubs. Is there a whorehouse or sex club or something around here?
Do you guys have those here?
He's all about that.
I know you guys have it over in SFV area.
I don't know about whorehouses and what was the other one?
Massage parlors?
Sex clubs. No, but the Costa Mesa is the rub and tug capital of the world.
You said that's very close to here, correct?
That's close, and I got a friend who knows all about that, and I've got him on speed dial so I can hook you guys up.
Perfect.
I'm trying to get him some pussy. I know I can convert him.
He's been trying, but it's just
I can convert him because he already likes tits.
I love tits.
He's halfway there.
They're fun, though.
No, though, here's the deal. It's not
halfway there.
All gay dudes love tits.
Exactly.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's like
they're just fun.
He's my token gay friend, so it's like
they're fun.
You know what I would do if I was gay?
What?
You should think about this. You should get a set of implants. Because what would be cooler while you're jerking off than playing with a good set of...
That is...
Jeez, you just blew my mind, bro.
It's fucking genius, right?
Yeah.
I mean, then you'd be Bruce Jenner, essentially, right?
Yeah, one of my friends,
Caitlyn Jenner.
He goes, I got a mirror in my room, so I'm jerking off. You know, I could look at myself in the mirror. I go, well, what are you saying? Because your dick thinks you're a pussy too. You know, he didn't like that.
I don't think I want to look at myself when I'm jerking off.
No,
I don't even like to look at myself when I get out of the shower. No. So, I'm against that.
Why is that gay too?
No, it's not gay. It's just gross. You know,
right?
You know,
I'm not into fucking dudes. You know, it's like
no. If I'm gonna look at a fucking dude, I'm gonna look at a, fucking 12-year-old boy or something, not fucking
Asian,
fat
like
man.
An Asian girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Go to Thailand.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been with a hooker or a stripper or something that you find out actually has a dick? You're in bed or something, and then they pull down their like skirt. And
No, we get warnings like when I go to Brazil.
You?
It's like that. Friends are like, hey, don't. They like zone them out. Get away from this area. Like pre-screen for us.
What about you, Cheese? You ever run into a dick by accident?
I wouldn't say by accident.
But,
nothing like that. I mean, I worked at Hustler for years. So
The magazine or the strip club?
Magazine. You didn't know that? Oh, it's like part of my resume. Yeah,
One hell of a resume so far, Cheese.
I was vice president at Calvin Klein, and I was
Calvin Klein, the clothing thing?
clothing company.
Wait, vice president of what?
Marketing.
Oh shit!
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's how I came up. And
So
I did a
Sublime
few
with
things.
Rome, Dirty Heads, Hustler.
Oh yeah, you guys got to go back and do some more reading.
Well, we were actually we did a bunch of research, but there's not that much. There's not that much on you, to be honest.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I
did a
try
good job
very
hiding it.
Cheese.
I try very hard
We were
to
searching
keep
in the depths.
No, I want to keep everything offline.
That's good. That's really smart.
Yeah. I've never had any form of social media ever.
So you don't have a IG or nothing?
Nothing.
Dude, you gotta follow my Instagram, man.
No, I'll look at it. I'll get one of my friends to follow it, and I'll look at it. I don't want to have any connection to anything.
But you probably know all about social media.
Oh, I manage bands
Obviously,
for a living,
right.
so we live and die by social media.
I mean,
but
Drake
you don't
kind of
use
met
it.
through like social media stuff.
Yeah, Grinder. We met on
No,
Grindr.
it wasn't Grindr. That's a gay fucking site where they go fuck each other. It's your Instagram.
I'm familiar.
I just learned about it from him. Like, that's where he met his boyfriend. But we met like through reggae. A lot of reggae artists follow me when on the road and stuff. And that's where we kind of all hooked up.
Yeah, we were on tour with Stupid and
J-Boog.
and I just see this like fat bald guy. I'm like, holy shit! Next thing you know, he's on our bus drinking red wine, and
I might have been doing some blow. I'm not gonna lie.
no, we don't
But I
do
brought
that.
it. I do. I'm not saying you guys. I got no
It's
job.
okay. So how? Yeah. The question. In fact, I was wondering this the other day. What's your connection to reggae?
A good friend of mine is really good friends with J-Boog, Fiji, and all them, and he ran their tour bus. Actually, it was an RV, They ran for a long time, so he introduced me to Boog and them, and them were already following me on Instagram, and it just linked in. They're like, dude, come on! And every time they start coming up, boom, and that fell in. And our friend Nick, that kind of sponsors us with Yali Bird, big legal marijuana company. Yeah. He sponsors us. He sponsors Cali Roots Festival.
Yeah,
the whole main stage is them. And a few years ago, second time we started hanging out, he was there just trying to get me to wear a shirt for him for my Instagram stuff. I did it, and now they're putting on fucking festivals, and we're just getting bigger and bigger, and me and him, we give each other so much shit because we're exact opposites. I like Trump, I'm a biker, all this stuff. He hates Trump, he's fucking this little liberal fag.
I have a big dick, he has a little dick.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, okay, exact opposites. But we fucking, we hang out together perfect, and compliment each other, but we also put each other down, and it just blew up from there, kind of like. You don't see it. You see people that don't like Trump, hate Trumpsters, and vice versa. Nobody can get along because we don't give a fuck. You gotta be kidding me. I don't give a fuck what you think, who you date. Who gives a fuck? You're a cool motherfucker.
See, and that's where I think most of the world needs to go to.
Exactly.
Be respectful. I don't give a fuck what you do, what you like, any of that stuff. If out in public we're cool.
Yeah.
In the house, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Exactly.
I don't want to see it sometimes.
I don't want to see it, but the freakier the fucking better.
I don't want to see straight people breeding. I don't want to see that. That's gross.
Exactly, and that's cool. You just got to...
Because we're breeders.
Yeah,
you guys are breeders.
Absolutely.
That's the slur for straight people.
Oh, I didn't know that. Breeders. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm learning all this cool shit now.
Right?
I'll be hip with the
You
kids.
need a cool gay friend, a token gay friend.
Yeah,
It's going to help out when in a court case.
Well,
what if I get in a fight with a gay guy? Not because he's gay, but because of some other shit, and all of a sudden now it's a hate crime. Well, wait, I got a token gay friend, dude. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's now LGBTQB.
That's like lettuce, bacon, tomato, avocado.
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting hungry. You guys are.
Anyway, sorry. We were.
Go ahead,
No, I can't even remember what I was saying. But
the music industry.
I told you I'm approaching 60 I've done a lot of drugs.
I've done a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite one that you've done?
Drugs?
In the past.
The first few times I took MDMA, real MDMA,
was
life-changing.
My favorite in the world.
Yeah. That was cool. And then like everything else worth doing, I feel it's worth overdoing. So after taking it about 200 days in a row.
MDMA?
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
Oh, your serotonin's fucking already dripped out your ass.
Yeah, it didn't have much of an effect on me anymore. And,
had no go-to receptacles left.
No. So, that used to be it. I'll tell you, it's not an epidemic anymore, but I understand why it was. It's crack cocaine. I
liked it.
I only smoked it twice.
Crack cocaine. Not cocaine, just crack cocaine.
It has to be cracked. It's cocaine turned into crack. With baking soda.
Yeah, it's like cocaine, but on steroids.
So it's
I did it when I was like 17, 18 for like a week or two, and I fucking really dug it. That's why I stopped doing it.
Oh, yeah. I smoked it twice, and I understand why people would sell everything in their fucking life, including their soul, for this drug. And I said, no more.
Yeah, same here. I literally looked on the carpet for something I might have dropped, and I went, what am I doing? I never touched it again. I swear I never touched it again.
No, it's the same thing.
Was your productivity like through the roof kind of thing, or was it just fun?
Oh, no. When you're smoking crack, you don't go more than 5 feet from the pipe.
No, seriously.
Really?
Yeah,
So
and when your
do?
buddy's holding it too long, you're contemplating killing him to get the pipe back.
And he's ripping you off.
Yeah,
and he's holding some still that he didn't put in there like he said he did.
Yeah, exactly. It makes you think differently.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that by far is the best drug ever.
Interesting.
Crack cocaine.
We're not condoning the use of crack cocaine.
Oh no,
I'm not saying you're going to be successful doing it either.
Oh no, crack cocaine will be the worst thing you ever can do for your life.
Oh yeah.
But it's awesome at the same time. It's kind of like God's little trick.
Yeah.
God's little trick.
Yeah, but anybody in the 80s really fucked shit up.
Yeah, and that's when I grew up. I was born in the early 60s and was a kid, was 16 in 1978. And
We're
then,
62.
And then 62
and 74.
And then just eased on through the had enjoyed all the cool shit of the 70s as a kid.
Lucky fucker.
Yeah, well, I was lucky. That was
I know.
the greatest time ever to come up in American culture was that time. The only other time I'd rather come up wasn't in American culture, but I would have liked to have come up in the days of Caligula and in the Roman times and stuff. That seemed pretty cool.
And very gay too. Everyone just fucked each other.
Yeah, you know what? When in Rome, you know.
Technically, actually.
When in Rome.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, who knows what would have happened? You know, sometimes I'm thinking that you gay guys got it all figured out. You know, because you use women to procreate, but then you have some good-looking young femi boy suck your dick to get off, and then you hang out. Like I love hanging out with my buddies more than a bunch of chicks.
Yeah.
Unless they're hot naked chicks, I can really do that. Some of my homeboys sometimes.
That's only good for a while though, because they get annoying.
They do get annoying.
Yeah, trust me.
Usually they pass out after the second day.
There you go. But,
saying.
so there it is, you know. But
what's the worst decade that you've lived in? You feel?
I think the '90s.
Is that Obama?
I love the night. No, dude.
No. For me though, the '90s were different because, you know, I came up through punk rock and stuff like that, and the '90s were kind of like, you know, punk rock took a slump and then it came back.
Yeah, GG Allen and all that shit. That was 90s.
Yeah,
80s,
that was
90s.
70s, 80s, 90s. 70s, 80s, 90s. It kind of like petering out, but it was all right. You know, the good thing is there's a resurgence of rock, and you know, I worked with bands like Korn and people like
Korn
that.
was the shit when they came out. They were fucking.
Yeah, Korn was the
They
shit.
were flossing.
And you know, I like that, and then it started to turn around, and I changed too, you know.
Yeah.
You have to.
So
Adapt.
my mind changed, things I liked changed, the way I lived changed, and you know, I lived through the '80s. That was my prime time. From like, I spent my early 20s to 30s in the '80s, and it was
that's your peak party.
Peak party and peak party time. There's never been a wilder time in our society.
Right.
You know, there was, you know, AIDS hadn't been figured out yet.
Blow was huge.
Blow was huge.
So all the big parties were going on.
Everywhere. It was like people smoke weed now. People did blow in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, everything was about flashiness and excess, and we went from, you know, the 50s and stuff into this, you know, wholesome saving society into a spending credit society.
Balls out.
Just fucking max out everything. Watch that movie Wall Street, the original one.
I've seen it.
Oh, watch it. Yeah, with Charlie Sheen and Charlie Sheen and
Watch it tonight.
and what the fuck was that other guy's name? Iconic actor Michael Douglas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that pretty much embodies the mentality of the 80s. It was all about excess. And so we, you know, I grew up in that. And I was a punker in that stage, thank God, because that's the only thing that kept me alive. Because if I would have been like a yuppie or a partier with I don't have an addictive personality.
Yeah.
I have an obsessive personality. You know, and I'm a compulsive guy.
That's how I am.
Yeah, so I would have fucking disintegrated in the 80s. Punk rock was the only thing that really kept me on track.
Even though it's kind of like a reckless kind of genre,
Punk
though,
rock,
right?
no, punk rock then wasn't reckless. Punk rock was all about fucking doing something and taking control and the power back in your hands and making change happen. It wasn't that reckless. It was like everything was fucked to us, so we were going to make it different. It wasn't a passive like bitching about things. We were actually changing stuff. Everything was all about DIY, you know. Record companies were fuck. We put out our own records.
Right.
And this was before the internet, so
Right.
we had to find distribution, sell it at shows, things like that.
Do your own tapes.
Exactly. You know, and that's what we did. And so that taught me, you know, focus and work ethic and shit like that, which turned out to be very helpful later on in life.
So you played instrument. You played guitar.
Play guitar. That's why
And
I
did you
started.
play in punk? Was that your thing?
Played in some punk bands and you know, did all kinds of shit.
And you still play. You go up on stage.
Get up on stage with Sublime every night.
I haven't seen that yet. I still have to see that.
Yeah, it's fun. You know, I really, and it one of the bands that I was, you know, affiliated with, TSOL, was, you know, one of the bands that influenced Sublime.
Oh, really?
So Eric and I share that, and it was kind of cool a few years back when Jack, the singer, original singer of TSOL, one of his bands went on tour with us, and so at Soundcheck, Jack and I would come out and play TSOL songs at Soundcheck and
That's pretty cool.
jam. It was fun, and it was, you know, it was just a great time to be alive back then, and especially for a young kid. You know, at 16, when you hate your parents, you hate everything.
Right. Yeah.
Everything was fucked. Then I got this music and this movement that like was the same as me, and identify. It was the greatest thing ever, is to have punk rock when you're an angry, hateful,
Absolutely.
fucking teenage
It's a
boy.
great outlet.
DRI and all this shit back in the day.
Exactly. You know, and you know, I had a crazy childhood. My parents were young when they had me. They were like 17, 18, I think 17, married, divorced to each other 4 times.
Really?
Yeah, to each other. They were crazy as
That
fuck.
is
Wait,
crazy.
so they got married, divorced,
Married,
then
divorced,
remarried,
yeah.
divorced.
Yeah, and so
That's
until
expensive, man.
yeah, well, they didn't have anything, so it was just, you know, court filing.
Sign here.
But, you know, and then my mom died when I was 9, so all this happened before 9. So I lived with my grandparents most of the time, and
They
then
raised me too.
yeah, and then my grandfather ended up fucking shooting himself.
Holy shit.
You know, in front of me.
In front of you?
When I was 5, and then I went and lived. So then I was between my aunt and uncle and my parents, and then my father died when I was 15. So I had all this shit going on, and just I never fit in. I didn't learn to read till I was in the 10th grade. All this just crazy shit. And then I came from Indiana out here in 1978, and I'd bounced around back and forth till I was 9. Then once my mom died, I lived full time with my dad till he died. And then I tried to make it on my own for a minute, and 15, 16-year-old kid with, you know, free reign.
Fuck
shit.
yeah.
It was just like
That was me, my great-grandma.
State said you either have to go to prison for a few years or go live with your family in Indiana or in California. So I said, oh, well, that's an easy decision.
California.
Prison?
Went out
or
there,
California.
and then discovered punk rock. And,
Fuck yeah.
and it was
Dude,
like
that is-
this was it.
Holy
You know,
shit.
it was made for me, and so and I've been out here ever since. And
Did you move straight to Costa Mesa, Newport area?
Moved
Did you go
Fullerton.
to LA? Fullerton, nice.
Fullerton, which at the time, if you know, if people are listening, do some research. That was the hotbed of punk rock. Rolling Stone said that was the Liverpool of punk rock.
No shit.
Yeah, it's like, you know, Adolescence, Social Distortion,
Yeah.
Agent Orange, The Mechanics, Berlin,
That's why
all these
I was
people.
a little kid when those came out.
Yeah, all that came out of Fullerton at that time, and then you had DI, you know, all that shit out of there, and then surrounding, like in Huntington, Long Beach, you know, Black Flag, TSOL,
Yeah.
Circle Jerks, all this shit, like
yeah.
right out of this area at one time, and it was insane.
That was skate punk music for us up in Northern California.
Yeah, and then we would go to San Francisco, and San Francisco had Mabuhay Garden, and on
Yeah,
Broadway.
Berkeley Square and Berkeley.
Yeah, Berkeley Square. Berkeley Square wasn't until later. The big thing in San Francisco in the late 70s, early 80s was Mabuhay Garden and on Broadway, and then you had, you know, the Dead Kennedys were the big band up there,
Yeah, DK.
and then through Jello's label, Alternative Tentacles, which TSOL was on, you had all these other offshoots of these great bands from up there, and that was, San Francisco was a giant hub for great punk rock.
Yeah. A lot of good bands came out of Bay Area.
Oh, absolutely.
Still coming out of there.
And at the time, you know, at the same time that the punk rock thing was happening, and we hated it as punkers. We hated anything with long hair, tight pants, and metal.
Metallica and
But there
everybody.
was Metallica.
Yeah.
there was so much, and then Metallica ended up coming down here.
Death Angel, all those
Yeah.
bands
Oh,
came out.
all those. Yeah. And then there was the Stone or the Stone Pony, whatever it's called there. There's one It's the Stone. That's what
the Stone.
Yeah, Stone Ponies,
Stone Ponies in Jersey.
Stone.
Yeah, and so all the hair bands came out of there, but there were a ton of them. It was just that whole area of San Francisco was just blowing up with great music.
Then the worst thing happened. Then you got people like Poison and shit came out. Like metalheads and like punkers. Why is that dude wearing fucking like eyelashes and shit? When I first seen the album of Poison, it was a tape cassette. It had all 5 of their pictures on it. I thought they were hot chicks.
Well, it's funny.
No, they have a beard on.
It's like fuck.
I grew up in Indiana with Axl and Izzy. We all came from the same little area
I was from out there
of Indiana, and then Izzy and I came out early, and then Axl came out later. But we were friends with some of those bands. But Guns N' Roses was like an extension of punk rock. And they were a cross between like punk rock and Sabbath. It was kind of a weird thing. But our bands growing up, we were kids, was Rose Tattoo and stuff like that. So we were into the New York Dolls. And so we looked at bands like Poison, and it's funny now because I'm friends with
Motley Crue,
with CC and Motley. The whole TSOL thing, TSOL, Motley Crue were playing the same venues at the Country Club in Reseda and all these places. So we would kind of cross paths. And Todd, the original drummer for TSOL, was a huge, he was into Motley and Saxon, Triumph and Iron Maiden. At the time.
I had the jean jacket with the Maiden patch on the back.
So there was a kind of a, like, they were cousins to punk rock, and that type of metal. But then you had Poison and stuff, and we're like, these guys are rip-offs of the Dolls, And Dolls are Kiss, and Dolls and Kiss were still sacred to us, but that was like in the 70s. And all these guys, and they took it to a different level. We're like, we just don't get it. And the music, and the music was it was pop, and it wasn't rock anymore. So, we weren't into it then. Now, as I get older, I can, and my mind's open up a little bit, not a lot. But I can appreciate it. Yeah, exactly. Fuck my serotonin shot.
You don't have any.
Yeah, but I can respect it and stuff like that. I still, I don't think, other than a handful of records like AC/DC's Back in Black and Highway to Hell, nothing compares to Appetite for Destruction.
Mm-hmm.
That was a huge Guns N' Roses.
It's the biggest selling debut album of all time.
But
ever.
still?
Yeah, still. It's
really?
It's approaching 30 million in sales,
Jesus.
Which is insane if you think about it.
Welcome to the Jungle. I mean, fuck, that was everybody seeing it walking down the street from school.
Yeah. Just that whole record had something for everybody. It had
Sweet Child of Mine, some nice stuff.
Yeah, Sweet Child of Mine and Paradise City for the ballady type things.
Yeah.
That went number 1 on Billboard's top 100. So that crossed over to pop, everything.
Yeah. Wow.
And then they had just brutally hard stuff like My Michelle.
Yeah.
And shit like that. It's like, what the fuck,
Think about it. Yeah, it was a pretty fucking out there. I haven't listened to that tape. I have the tape still.
Yeah. Well, the original artwork on the thing was a Robert Williams painting, and it was this monster coming over this wall, and it just raped this girl. And they printed 50,000 of those records, and then PMRC and all kinds of people were like, you can't fucking do this. This is absolutely out of control. So they pulled it back, and then they put the cross with all their heads on it, and that's what you ended up, most people see as the Appetite for Destruction record cover. But if you Google it, Google Appetite for Destruction Robert Williams, and that painting was the original album
The actor
cover.
Robin Williams.
Robert, not Robin.
Not Robin.
Oh.
He was a painter. He was like a lowbrow artist, and he started out, Big Daddy Ed Roth, the Rat Fink guy.
Fink. Yeah.
Well, he was Big Daddy would do all the pen and ink stuff, and Robert would color everything in.
Oh, bad.
And he worked.
People.
Yeah, he worked as his underling, and then he blossomed into his own dude. And Robert, I mean, go and discover Robert Williams. His artwork is fucking insane.
Did any of those albums get out there, or were they pulled back before they were sold?
You can still find them online. They're expensive now. They're probably $500 or $600.
Yeah, that'd be a nice collector piece. They did get out there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're cool. And then it's funny. I don't know how long they did it, but when you bought the second pressing of it with the crosses and stuff, there was 2 stickers inside the record for a while. One was the original artwork,
really,
and the other was the sticker with the crosses.
Oh no way!
And it was pretty cool. And they recalled that shit quick.
You've been in the music industry how long?
40 years this year.
Holy shit!
40 fucking years. Like, been involved in the music industry.
40 years this year.
You are the music industry.
Yeah, you are. Dude, you got history that you're fucking the music industry.
Other than your clients, who do you listen to? Like, is there new stuff from today? If anything,
not a lot of new stuff.
What CD's in your car right now?
Well, I don't have CDs.
yeah, Jimmy, come on.
Fuck, how old am I? Fuck, shit.
CDs. For all you kids out
What do you
there,
have on your thumb drive?
it's this little plastic thing that they used to stick in stereos. I listen to the radio a lot, terrestrial radio. I either listen to talk radio. You know, I'm super
KFI.
not so much KFI, a little bit KFI. I'm neither. It's very conservative leaning radio, and I wouldn't say I'm apolitical. I hate all politicians.
Same.
Except for Donald Trump.
Thank you. I love you, Cheese.
Really?
And yeah,
I would have never guessed
because
that.
he's not a politician.
I'll tell you why. Because he's not a politician. He's a dude out there, and I understand why people don't like him. He's brash as shit. He says crazy, obnoxious stuff.
Yes.
He's full of himself. All those things. I agree.
Absolutely.
At the same time, if you take all that shit away, and by the way, all those things that I just said about Trump can be used on me and Jimmy Jew as well.
100%. We're that same way.
So we're obnoxious.
So does he also have a small dick too, you think?
I'm sure. He's
he can afford to.
Yeah, he works too hard.
Yeah.
Guys who have small dicks become overachievers.
Seriously, look at this.
Yeah, exactly. So
We don't play instruments. Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Fuck. Never mind.
So, but he came in and he exposed all the bullshit.
Yes. Fire FBI people.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the sad thing. In America, if you're listening, I'm going to break it down to you, and it's if you think about this, it's a total fucking bummer. Special interests control everything we do. And what happens is they created these they hired these elected officials to set up bureaucracies. Uh-huh. And the way bureaucracies work is there's zero accountability. So these bureaucracies can make decisions, and they almost pass laws, but they dictate what the laws they pass.
No repercussions.
None.
Yeah.
And so whether you're Republican or Democrat, it doesn't matter. The special interest is controlling you. Like the Koch brothers that they bitch about that are so bad. They give the same amount of money to Republicans as they do Democrats, and vice versa. All of them do, because they want control when you're in there.
Right.
And they know that if they can get these things passed and set up these bureaucracies, that they'll never be taken down. Well, they weren't until Trump, and he deregulated
How do you buy Trump?
shit.
He already has more money than everybody.
Exactly, and that's why if you look about it, not just the fucking Democrats hated him, but the Republicans actually hated him more.
That's why I like him even more.
Exactly. The Never Trumpers, those guys hated him far more than the Democrats did, and now the socialist movement is just using him as an icon to focus on something to build their party. Mm-hmm. So the whole political system is super fascinating to me. And like I said, I'm neither Republican or Democrat.
Same here.
I hate them all.
Same here.
It's just, I'm about common sense. What's good for you? It's like I know Jimmy pretty well now. I know our friend Butch, and three of us are very similar in a lot of ways, and it's about respect and common sense.
Yes.
That's
fuck political correctness.
Fuck it. Exactly. People always ask me, like, whether I'm, going, to a Hell's Angels clubhouse or I'm walking through a gnarly neighborhood.
Yeah.
And aren't you afraid? No. It's about when you get to that level of the hardcore gangsters, they operate on respect. And they weed out the crazy fuckers that do all the gnarly shit that give them a bad name, but it's about respect. Now, if you disrespect any of the people, one of my best friends is Sleepy, that's the head of the Crips, Tookie Williamson's nephew.
Yeah, Tookie.
Yeah,
he started the Crips.
Exactly. And Sleepy's one of my dear friends. Coolest guy in the world, cut from the same cloth that you and I and Butch are. At the same time, you disrespect this guy, he won't think twice about taking you out.
Well, I feel the same. If I disrespect you, you should fucking knock me the fuck out. I mean,
right.
That's man shit. That's what
right.
men do.
And that's where, in going into back to we were talking earlier about the trophies and everybody getting a trophy and shit. Basically, you've created all these pussies out there, and now with the internet, they can say whatever they want with no accountability.
But when you say something, they start yelling, so nobody hears you. It's like,
yeah.
Where's free speech?
Well, and also, they can say all kinds of hateful shit, but like you're saying with that sticker on your car, I guarantee, I don't know who the fuck put that sticker on Jimmy's car.
I did.
No, not the Trump sticker.
Oh, okay.
The other note about.
I put the Trump sticker on.
Yeah. No, the note.
Jimmy's not
Actually,
too
has
smart.
Hillary and Trump, and it says "Trump that bitch" on it.
See, but whoever put the hate note on there about him having that sticker on, if they would have seen him coming out of the place, they would have been nowhere around. Right. And they for sure wouldn't have put that note on your car if you were there. That to me is a pussy move.
Yeah.
That's participation trophies.
Yeah. If you got something to say it to your
face.
face.
To my face.
Dude, I'll talk to you about Trump. I'll talk to you about all kinds of stuff. I tell you, I'm not a Republican. I'm a Democrat. I agree right now, I guess, more with the Republican Party because of Trump, but I don't agree with the Republicans. I don't agree with nobody.
No.
I don't agree with them. I agree. I think, hey, if I lock a bitch up right now and I want her to get an abortion, that bitch is getting the motherfucker vacuumed out right now tomorrow. I don't give a fuck. But that's my view. That's my personal opinion. Nobody else's.
And see, here's my view on that. And this is where I think it's cool.
Buy the Dyson. I'm just kidding.
No.
Hoover or Dyson?
No,
I'm just kidding.
I think whatever he wants to do, that's up to him and his maker.
Yeah.
That he'll deal with. That's not my business to tell him you can or can't do that. The science right now, I think, here's what I think on abortion, so I'll just fucking throw it all out there and get everybody hating all of us at once. If you, when you're pregnant, you're pregnant. In the first trimester, it's a totally gray area.
Yeah.
If you can't figure your shit out in 3 fucking months,
Right.
They should take you both out and fucking kill you. They should just kill you and then kill both of you at once. You got to figure that shit out. By the fucking second, third trimester, it's ridiculous at that point.
I agree.
In the first trimester, whatever you do in that point is between you and your maker, and you figure it out.
And it shouldn't be government involved, I believe.
It shouldn't be government involved. Now, it's just like, and you have to figure out that time, when does it become a life? And there's varying degrees of that, but that should be the judgment of law.
Yeah, I think it's 3 months within that time, or 9 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's after the 3-month period. And so at that point, if that's what the cutoff is, then you figure that, and then you make that a law. It's no different than now they're talking about you're gay, so you should know this answer. Infanticide. I was looking for the word.
Hey, you also have a token gay friend now.
Yeah, no, I love it. Well, I employ gay people. I actually love gay people, and I think it's awesome that they're called gay because
No homo.
No homo.
Yeah,
you have to say that.
Means
now.
they're happy. They're gonna keep you nice and happy.
Yeah, they keep you happy. Gay is happy.
Fuck that word up too.
Yeah,
He's having a gay old time, and I can't watch the Flintstones no more.
Yeah, exactly.
Have a gay old time.
I forgot where I was fucking going.
You were talking about how you employ gay
part
people, and you were talking about fantasizing.
Fantaside.
Fantaside.
Not
Oh,
fantaside.
You need to stop, Drake.
Yeah.
You need to slow down, Drake.
I was like, dang, we're
Yeah.
talking about fantasy, all right?
Slow
What's
down,
your
Drake.
biggest fantasy, Cheese?
No.
3 dudes in a hot tub.
Yeah, as Drake adjusts himself in the chair sexually.
Yeah. No, fantaside. Like now they're trying to make that cool. It's like
I don't even know what that is.
fantaside is
Yeah, what is that?
when the baby comes out, just killing it then.
Oh.
Wait, after it's born?
No,
Yeah.
that's fucked
So
up.
not like still death. I'm talking like full blown. Hey.
Like-
You know what?
in
I changed
China.
my mind. Fucking,
I like the
in
eyes.
China. Wait,
Really?
who the fuck wants
So
to do
it's called fantaside.
fantaside. Look it
I've
up.
never heard that yet.
Fantaside. Yeah, it's gnarly. They just passed one of the Virginia or West Virginia, one of those places just passed a law saying that it was okay to
It's okay to kill it?
or fantaside or infanticide. I don't know what the
What the
exact terms.
fuck?
I hate to sound.
I mean,
Now
people out
that's-
there that want
that's
babies, like,
barbaric.
give it to that little motherfucker.
Yeah,
Hey,
the
that's
gays.
cool. I mean-
The gays. We want our babies.
You guys shouldn't raise
we get
babies.
Yeah.
You guys
Well,
raise gay babies. That's
See,
not cool.
I was raised where you day one when you first get your first breath, that's when life starts. That's how I was raised by a bunch of hippies, and that's the soul enters your body at first breath, and that's when life
But
begins.
what if we could take you out of the womb before that and you can breathe? Like 2 months before you're premature, you can still breathe?
No.
can't.
It's not. It's the second you come and you take your first breath. That is when
What about the
life
heartbeat?
starts.
The second I first came, that's what cost
But
3
there's
fucking
no.
kids.
But there's no soul.
like gingers.
See, now I believe that you have a soul from immediately.
From
that
when
cell.
the second that
From the,
from the
cell.
sperm.
Yeah,
From the seed from the egg.
Just when at that moment it happens, that's when the soul
Right.
starts to develop. Now, and trust me, I've participated in abortions and stuff.
As in giving them?
Doctor? So
I've never
so
given
Are you sponsored by a cut hanger
Dr.
company?
Cheese. Dr. Cheese.
No, I've
I'll be
never
calling
done
you
it.
in the future for
No,
sure.
but I'm sure some of my girlfriends in the past have wound up pregnant unwantedly once they found out it was mine. And
I resemble that remark.
but and I've done many things that are not right, but I look at the truth and I don't try and make excuses and
Right.
and say that is okay. I don't try and what's the word I'm looking for? I don't try and
Justify it.
I don't justify it. Yes, I used to come from the school of it's okay to lie to other people as long as you don't lie to yourself.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in don't lie.
Yeah.
Unless it's a cop or a fed or a judge.
Yeah.
Please don't use that in one of my cases.
Yeah. So
Hi cops. Hi feds.
so that's
We tell another Mexican joke because of the leaf blower in the background.
So we're outside. It's beautiful. We are right by the airport, and so there's
Yeah.
lots of stuff. But you know what? Get the fuck over it.
yeah. Sorry
It's a
about all the
shit show.
noise. It really is beautiful Newport Beach,
It's-
but
it is
we got
beautiful.
fucking leaf blowers. We got all kinds
We're
of shit.
right by the water too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the water's close.
Yeah,
Is that the back
water's
bay?
right
Is
there.
that- is that the
It's
back
like
bay or
100
what?
feet away.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Honestly, I seen a house with her.
yeah. It's like right there.
Trippy. Well, abortions.
Abortions.
How about them abortions?
Back from leaf blowers to abortions.
I definitely dropped off a few, 2 o'clock in the morning fucking decisions at the fucking clinic.
See?
But like,
So-
are you telling me like immediately? The second you get her pregnant?
No, when she
Or-
tells me, it's like, fuck, I took you at 2 a.m., dude. I mean, I don't want my friends to see you. Like, I make
Oh,
them
it's
leave
that
before
kind of a
sun
vibe.
comes up, or you're staying the whole day. You're starving because I got no food in my fridge. I'm not ordering a pizza. 'cause
That's
they
a
don't know
good
I'm feeding
service,
too.
though. They have like all these
Sure, it's just
deliveries.
bad.
They have all these delivery services. If you could just
Now-
have an at-home abortion, think about how much fucking money that
If you have a
company would
stairway,
make.
I could do it.
It's discreet,
It was
but it would be discreet. I mean, what kind of equipment do you need? Like, are you put under when they do
Coat hanger
the
and
abortion? Vaseline and coat hanger. Well, I lived next to a Catholic school in
Those
Rancho.
those altar boys.
a lot
in
of shit starting to
Rancho-
come
Yeah,
out
right?
now.
No, it was
I'm
in Rancho Santa Margarita, like very wealthy city, and the private school, the high school there was getting in trouble because the girls there would give themselves abortions in the bathroom.
I heard they do ass sex so they can still call themselves virgins.
That's
Exactly.
true.
No, seriously.
That's true.
Absolutely.
Do you know how to get a nun pregnant? You dress her up like an altar boy in a Catholic
good.
church. Sorry, the Catholic church.
That's good. You know the difference between a priest and acne?
What?
Acne won't come on your face till you're at least 13.
That's great. Fucking Catholics.
Holy shit.
God, jeez, you fit the... Dude, we might need to have a three-way fucking podcast here.
Have you guys listened to any Daddy B's podcasts?
Yes.
With me on there?
Yeah, we listened to a little bit of it on the way here.
Oh, the member of Dirty Heads.
Dirty Heads, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I was on there, and
Yeah,
once
my favorite part was when you shit yourself. I'm not gonna lie. I've done that. And I did that recently, and I'm not gonna lie. The chick's gonna be listening right now, I'm sure. And I shit myself. I had to use the restroom really quick. I'm not gonna lie, a little poop in my yeah.
I shit myself
It was a
on
shark.
stage once.
Really?
Bad, yeah. It was really bad.
I shit myself probably every other month.
Every other month.
Yeah,
It's getting older.
it's getting older. I haven't had a solid shit in probably 3 weeks, and sometimes you fart.
Your diet.
Oh, yeah. You look at me. Do I look like Yul Gibbons? Fuck
Well, I
no.
just thought maybe you had like a loose asshole. Maybe like, if you're into pegging,
He's always hoping. He's
What's
reaching.
pegging?
Pegging, it's where a woman straps it
pegging?
on and pegs you. You get fucked in the ass. Cheese.
You have a name for that?
It's called pegging.
It's called pegging now.
I know
just
a
learned
lot. I know a lot of friends who.
There's so much I don't want to learn from this guy. I'm a sick fuck. I research fucked up shit. He fucking freaks my head out.
Yeah, he's a weirdo.
Yeah,
I can
he
tell
makes
this.
us look normal.
Yeah, he
Jeez.
does. He
But
does.
do you
You're
know how
good.
many
You need to hang out with us.
I know a lot of
you
straight
make us
guys
look
that
good.
get pegged. I know a lot of
But
straight
why?
guys.
Let's just be gay.
It's not gay though.
What's not gay about getting rammed in the fucking ass?
It's called your prostate, and it's
Your
essentially
prostate's like an inch in your butt. You can do that before the knuckle.
Okay, well then so get
Hence,
a
hence
tiny
the one
little
knuckle law.
Not past the knuckle law.
Yeah.
Don't hate me.
Okay, so Cheese, you've never been pegged before.
I've never been pegged.
Okay. So I was just curious if you're shitting yourself all the time, maybe you
I
have
don't
like a
see it in his
loose
future.
asshole.
I had a Tijuana hooker stick her finger up my ass once because I was taking too
Past
long
the knuckle?
on a blowy. Yeah.
She just like,
Well, that's when they usually do it. They go not past the knuckle, like right to the fingernail end. You know, when they're blowing you, and it like hits a little fucking trigger. And it's,
yeah, that's your
I
prostate.
didn't measure her finger or anything. She seemed to have small hands, so it was hard to tell.
The last Tijuana hooker I fucked had a scar from her belly button to her tits, and then both tits had these worst scars I've ever seen. I think she might have been pregnant. I'm not gonna lie, but you get head and pussy at the same time when you fuck a pregnant chick.
Yeah. The bad thing is, though,
my God.
kid's head comes out looking like a golf ball.
Yeah, got a little dents in it. That's
Is that why I have all these dents in my head?
Yeah.
Just getting poked?
Yes, Drake.
Holy shit.
You gotta go talk to your mom and dad.
Damn, that's
I like
crazy.
I like fucking homeless
Hi, Mom.
chicks. When you're done, you can drop them off anywhere. You know?
That's a good idea.
Always think you remember that.
Oh shit! Wait, so before we do go,
Yes.
you never told us who you're listening to.
Oh, yeah, what's your band? What old bands do this? Like Michael Nesmith?
No, not
Tom
old
Waits,
bands.
like, what do you listen to?
I'll
bands
tell you
from
what.
today.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw you a name out there that nobody's gonna find right now online. But if you
wanna hear
remember this girl will be the biggest thing on the planet. Probably a year from now.
I said that about Nora Jones when I first seen her.
Yeah. It's called Evie Irie.
How do you spell it?
Evie. Evie Irie.
Where's she from?
I don't know.
Are you managing her?
No.
Not yet.
Our agent talked to me about helping her, and she's brand new, and it's fucking insane.
I would love to hear her voice.
I'll play you a track before.
Yes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
please.
It's kind of like the Billie Eilish thing, but up a whole different level.
Whoa.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah, because I feel like Billie Eilish is just kind of doing what Lorde did. And it's a little different,
Yeah.
obviously.
Billy
but
Idol?
Billie Eilish, that's who we listened to in the car, and you're like, oh, I fucking love her. And then I was like, she's 17, and he goes, oh, when she's 18, she's going to want to fuck me. That's what he said.
I'm keeping it legal.
Hey,
Was that not a legal thing to say?
that's a very responsible
It
thing.
is, yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Cheese.
Yeah.
Not like R. Kelly. R. Kelly would have jizzed in her
He
eye.
just chained her up in his house and let her.
Even when I go to Brazil, I make sure the hookers are fucking over 18.
See,
Even though it's legal 16, then I still won't. I
he's
still
a
make sure it's
giver.
18.
He's a giver.
He's a giver.
Yeah,
I am.
that's a
Ask
stand-up
the all the
dude.
girls that make squirt. Not all of you heard that. Just saying, boo.
Well, thank you guys for coming down here. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Finally flew to your
And,
house, Cheese. We've been talking about it.
Now we gotta come down and hang out for a few days, and
Yeah.
And have a good time.
Absolutely.
Well, if you free up this weekend, we got a bunch of interviews to do, but we're going to be over at Drake's house.
I'm leaving. I'm heading back to Indiana.
Cool.
I live part-time in Indiana, part-time in Nashville, and then part-time here.
So how long you go out there for?
I'm back in Indy for a week.
Okay.
And then I go back out on tour with Sublime and Travis Tritt.
Oh, they're playing together?
No, not together.
Okay.
Separate.
That's a weird fucking combo.
That is a weird combo. No, Travis is touring with Charlie Daniels and Cadillac 3. And that whole thing is going really well. Sublime is out with Soja, Common Kings.
And Hyrie, I think.
No, they're out
that's a
with
different
Serenation.
Okay.
And then Dirty Heads are about to start with 311.
I hope I can catch
311,
one of those
The
shows.
Interrupters, Dreamers, and this new band that we have called Bikini Trill. Check them out.
Yes, I've definitely checked out Bikini Trill.
Bikini Trill is insane.
Cool.
One of my favorite. That is one of my favorite bands. In fact, them and Evie are probably my two favorites.
So no trap. You don't listen to any trap.
Trap music?
No,
He quit smoking crack a long time ago.
Yeah. I listened to trap in my 30s.
I was in my 20s. So shit like,
I was looking for my pipe.
Yeah.
Well, please let me know when you're in the Bay Area. I'd love to see you.
No,
Go
absolutely.
out to dinner, whatever.
I would never go to the Bay Area without calling you, ever.
Cheese, yeah, I love
Thank
you,
you
bro.
for doing this, Cheese.
Thank you. No, thank you guys, dude. This
Yeah,
was
thanks for
awesome.
coming on the show. And
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
The Drake and Jimmy Juice Shit Show is brought to you by Yali Bird. Top Shelf Cannabis brings an elevated experience as they revolve featured strains through labels such as Rapture for day use, Nightshade for nighttime, and Genesis for anytime. And the goal of this is to see if we can get Jimmy to read.
Jimmy does not like reading. You can now go to Yalibird's Instagram. Let me spell that for you guys. JAHLIBYRD. Yes, Drake, I can spell a little bit.
They strive to showcase the dankest nugs and pre-rolls without the high cost of most top-shelf ganja. Plus, their love for music and herb has brought together some pretty incredible partnerships, such as the collaborative strains at Cali Roots. You going to be there this year, Jimmy? Cali Roots?
I will be, yes, Cali Roots. Well, Cali Roots is one in Monterey, correct?
Yes, sir.
I think I'll be there that Friday and Sunday for sure, and I will be with Yalibird.
You can also visit the Yalibird website to find all of these featured dispensaries and to purchase exclusive apparel for both men and women. They have amazing hoodies, by the way. Big
They
fan.
do. The hoodies are pretty soft. They're like really nice.
Very soft.
Feels like you're rubbing a rabbit on your butt.
And to the asshole that stole my sweatshirt at the Cali Roots Festival last year, I will find you and I will hunt you down. And my
Serious?
boy Jimmy
Someone
over
stole?
here, yeah. Not only did they steal that, they also stole all of Yalibird's weed and
Shut the-
dab rig. Yeah. They took it all in the green room, so it's an inside job. We will find you,
It's an
and
inside
we will
job. That's some
fuck
shit right there.
you up.
Sad
There's
times.
cameras.
Sad times.
Anyways, check them out. Yalibird, yalibird.com.
Thank you again, Yalibird,
Thanks,
for
Yalibird.
believing
Love
in the
you.
Drake and Jimmy Juice shit show.
Bye.